Editing your podcast is like editing your writing. It takes a number of reviews, and it's useful to check for both sound quality as well as the content. Using WeVideo for editing your audio is similar to editing video. You have the timeline where you have your media, in this case audio, where you can adjust, cut, and layer your clips. Though, the first thing I highly suggest to edit are the descriptions of each track. It's a good idea to separate your clips into voice tracks, music track, and SFX track, sound effects track. And if you have different people speaking, such as two hosts or guests, you can create different voice tracks for each person. This allows you to easily identify the content and also edit the entire track, such as reducing or raising volume. Though, unlike editing video, editing audio means we need to see the waveform. To get a bigger picture of your waveform, go to the arrow by the title on the left and select the large rectangle. This will make your waveforms larger. If available, it's also useful editing on a larger screen, as you'll get to see a longer timeline and more of your tracks. Push your preview window to the right to see more of your track timeline. The vertical ellipses on the left of the timeline has useful tools for editing, such as lock, which stops any changes to the whole track, solo track if you want to hear only that selected track and mute all others. You also have mute track, which is the reverse, mutes the selected track to hear the other tracks. And of course, delete track, to remove the entire track, saving you time rather than deleting the clip by clip. Another great tool is the use of markers. Especially in that first round of editing where you're checking your content, I use markers to make notes on what content I may need to add, such as audio excerpts, music, or sound effects. It may also be useful for marking timestamps that are useful for queuing your clips. Finally, I make notes if there's some major rearranging that I have to do with my timeline. I don't use it for adjusting volume or trimming, as I do that in my second round of editing, and I save time if I do that as I listen with either a good set of headphones or speakers. Use the scissors tool to cut your clips. To adjust a clip, select the clip and use the handlebars to raise or reduce volume, and use the ends of the clip to trim. Note that the edits are non-destructive, so you can always re-lengthen your clip if you have shortened it. Use the tool to the bottom right to zoom in and out of your timeline. My final suggestion when editing is to don't keep going back to the very start. Do a review of that clip, make the edit, listen to that clip alone, and go to the next clip to edit. Otherwise, you'll be stuck editing the first part of your podcast for a long while. So there you have it, how to edit your podcast easily on WeVideo. Enjoy!